Welcome back to the No Culture for Old Men podcast. As always, Lawrence, Ben, and James here to discuss the hot tops in the NBA, the hot tops in the NBA, and whatever little foolishness we can think of. It's Friday evening. It's been hot. It's been sweltering all day. I've been slaving away at my keyboard all day. I'm not in the mood. I don't know what we're talking about. So everybody,
Yeah.
way to start off positive.
Yeah, exactly.
please subscribe. Please like. Please.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the No Culture for Old Men podcast. Hey, don't forget to remember to like, follow us on Instagram or YouTube, wherever you may find us. We appreciate you following us. And we promise you a way better show than last week's, because last week's kind of sucked from what I heard. So we're going to crank it up on this show a little bit. Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of Fridays, man. I literally just got power back like an hour ago. So, yeah, my power went out for no reason. So I was sitting up in here smoking hot for like 3 hours. I couldn't even finish work today, so I was like sitting up here with no air conditioning. I had to go out in my truck just to cool off for an hour or two. I was like, bro, it's hot in this joint. My joint said like 85 degrees indoors. So
we got double doors. Let them.
Man, that air is hot outside. It wasn't no cooling this place off.
Hey Jim, you're not gonna win this hat competition right now, dude.
I know I'm not. I wasn't trying to.
Just saying.
We got to start rocking shoe of the week. And you know what? I'm gonna kick it off with shoe of the week. Shoe of the week is the Nike Acuna slide made of recycled materials.
How many damn recycled shoes did you buy?
This is what I'm rocking this weekend. Right here, buddy. $55, Nike.com. Huh?
I was saying, how much did that cost?
These joints are $55 for a pair of slides. The most I've ever paid for a pair of slides ever in my life. I know they're not Yeezys, and I get that, but still, I think anything over $25 for a pair of slides is expensive.
Speaking of Yeezy, let's kick this off. Look, are y'all seeing Kanye is staying at the Atlanta Stadium to finish his album?
You know what? I heard that, but I'm like, where in the stadium? He's literally staying in the stadium?
Yeah, so you look on, I think it was Bleacher Report. He has a flat screen TV. He has like a single bed. And that's it.
Like, what is he living on the concourse or in a suite?
It looks like just a room. I'm like,
this must be a nuts. Suite or something. Well, they got offices there and stuff like that. So
I don't know, but somehow he's actually recording there also.
How did he get the whole stadium?
He never left.
What do you mean? He had a show and he never left, or
he did his album or listening party, or whatever, and he never left. He just never left.
Okay, so I'm guessing he's paying the Atlanta Falcons or whoever owns the stadium for this time.
That dude's lost his mind.
Man, he been rocking that full mask, that full cover.
Yeah, the ski mask.
Yeah, that ski mask joint.
Maybe he likes the acoustics. He probably found some corner in that place that sounded amazing.
Yeah, like when he did his Soul Sundays or something and said, "Oh yeah, I'm a rocket here."
Yeah, he thought he could get some acapella off against it or something. That's all.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, man. Pray for Kanye.
He got a cut on his new album now that I haven't heard.
I thought the album came out already. Am I that far off? I thought it already came out.
August 6th.
Oh, okay. So they just had that one little song for the Gatorade spot, or no, for the Beat spot.
For Sha'Carri Richards commercial, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. It is what it is. Hey, staying in pop culture, Power Book 4 Kanan is currently out. Or is it Power Book 3?
Power Book 3.
Power Book 3 Kanan, is running there on like episode 2 going into episode 3. Tyrone, what's your take on the series so far? What do you think? How do you think they're doing?
I think it's dope. I think it's got potential to be better than original Power.
Better than
It's a
the
little bit
original
more
Power.
realistic. Yeah, it's more realistic. Like, I can believe that a high school kid wants to sell crack. I'm not believing the belief of a club owner just killing everybody and never getting caught. I'm not believing that.
Well, see, I think Power, the original Power, had a different way of looking at it. It was like, okay, this is the drug dealer gone good. It's always like the movies. It's like Scarface. It's like The Godfather, really. It's more like the Godfather story of I want to make myself legitimate, which is what all drug dealers try to do. Even on The Wire, cats tried to be legitimate at some point.
Yeah, but killing people in your crowded club, I mean,
It's a little unbelievable, I know, but it was
you-
entertaining.
You having affairs with the woman that's investigating you. Like, come on, man.
Well, it's outlandish. It's supposed to be good storylines. I mean, I enjoyed. Well, you still like Power.
Oh no, I still like.
Yeah, you like Power.
It's no Wire, of course.
Yeah, but it's
still a good show. Still a good show.
It was entertaining, because like between that and Game of Thrones, man, you had a weekend if you could watch both of those.
So Game of Thrones, I still have never watched the episode.
Bruh, I told you, Game of Thrones and Power are the same show, just in different periods of time.
But Game of Thrones is like in the 50s or something, right? Or 19.
It's medieval
18.
times. It's not even the 50s, bro.
Well, I ain't watching that.
It's supposed to be the land before time. It's supposed to be before
is it black people in
Christ.
that? Is there black people in that?
Yeah, there's a couple sprinkled in. So, I mean, Game of Thrones was simply power in medieval times. That's it.
What they fighting over? Rocks?
They fighting over power and money, just like anybody else does. No, that's what I said. It's the same story, just different characters and a different way of accomplishing. And the big difference, they had a dragon.
See, you're into the science fiction. I'm not into that.
So, hey, Game of Thrones is the beast. What you got, man?
I got nothing. I really do want to watch. Like, I wanted to watch the second Power with the little kid, and
that was dope.
And the one with 50 or younger 50, that looks cool. I've seen the commercials. What's it on Showtime?
Comes on Stars.
On Stars. 8 o'clock on Sundays.
I don't think I have any Stars action, so
you can have. I'll text you my password so you can watch it.
Wait, maybe I
also you can do the 7-day trial too.
Oh wait, I do have Stars.
See, you got Stars, don't even know it.
But
hey,
I just can't. I don't watch things when they come on. Like, if I can't scroll through it on YouTube or Netflix, then I don't watch it.
So you like to binge watch shit.
Yeah, I don't care about enough about the watch.
Well, if you want to binge watch something, then binge watch Black Monday and Black Friday.
Oh, I've been watching that. That's a great show.
Yeah, you watched the finale for season 3?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Yeah, I watched it. I binged it last week and watched all.
What is it? Black what?
Black Friday. Don Cheadle, Regina Hall.
You said Don Cheadle?
Yeah, Don Cheadle, Regina Hall.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm not doing it.
Oh man, it's hilarious, dude.
It's funny.
You gotta watch all 3 seasons though. It's basically about the stock market crash in the 80s, and there's a group of stock traders who like had all these issues together. It's pretty
on Netflix?
Cool. It's on Showtime.
I might start it. I don't know.
Yeah, check it out. Watch season 1 though, and you'll get it. It's kind of hot. Season 3 is a little bit of a downer, but season 1 was cool. And just to finish up on the Power book, of course, a 50, he's out here making a killing on this, man. So there's 2 more to come for the Power book if you're into it. You got Power book 4, which is going to be called Power, and that's the story of Tommy.
It's called Force.
Oh, Force. Sorry, Force. And that's going to be Tommy's story. And then you get into Power book 5, and what's that going to be? The political piece of it?
Yeah,
that's
Lorenz Tate part. I don't really know the name of that one already.
Yeah, so that's to come. And then also other cool show that's going to come out in September, BMF. Story of BMF. That's going to be hot.
That comes out September 26th.
Yeah, shout out to the cast of that. I actually got to met some of the cast out when I was out in LA a couple weeks ago. So shout out to them. Look forward to the show and wish them nothing but success on that. So and we'll tag it when it starts running.
What is BMF?
Story of Big Meech, man.
Big Meech, one of the biggest drug dealers the United States has ever seen.
You know the black
Mafia family.
Yeah, you know the BMF. They're running out of Detroit and Interstate Highway and that.
I know you heard the song. I think of Big Meech.
Rick
Ross. Come on,
Rick Ross.
What's wrong with you?
Rick Ross, who made his career off his name.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybach music. I mean that's all about Big Meech. It's all about him.
They're still finding money in cars
in houses.
They seized
yeah,
from them.
These cars and money in houses.
They still finding money in hidden departments from that dude.
Exactly, man. He's a beast. I think he gets out in 2028.
He could have got out early if he wasn't acting up in the prison system.
Oh, okay.
Because his brother's out.
Oh, his brother's out.
His brother got out last year with the COVID stuff.
Oh wow. Okay. So he's spending extra time in jail basically for no reason.
Yeah, because he want to try to control things like Grateful Edmonds or something.
I get it. Well, best of luck to that show, man. I'm looking forward to it. I think it should be entertaining. So yeah, shout out to that, and we'll see what happens on the TV. I heard the stupidest thing yesterday. I heard that Rick, the show Cribs is coming back.
I heard that. What is the point of that?
But the point I heard on there, Rick Ross is going to be on there, and they're going to show his house. Of course, they used his house in Coming to America 2, right? That was his house. Because they couldn't recreate the original house, right? And his house is pretty close to the original, so they used that. But I heard this cat has 100 cars and does not have a driver's license.
What? Say that again.
He has 100 cars and does not have a driver's license.
So who drives the cars?
I have no idea.
When was the last time you think that fool had to drive himself anywhere? I mean,
it's been a minute.
So why don't you hire a car service?
I'm pretty sure he has a driver, but I don't know, one, what you do with 100 cars. Two, if I can't drive them myself, I don't know why I would have 100 cars.
Well, Floyd Mayweather has a fleet of cars for every state that he has houses.
Yeah, that's nuts. He has more than one car at each of these houses, basically.
He has a fleet.
A fleet at each house.
So like Miami is all white cars, but it's like 10 of them.
Get it? I get it.
Vegas is all black.
Get it?
So I'm like, what is the point of this? That's a token example of black people wasting money.
Yeah, but Floyd claims he makes money. Makes money on money.
I get it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't load that much out on cars. I just couldn't do it, no matter how much money I had. I don't get it. Hey, but each his own, man. Enjoy your money. Not mad at you. Just have some left over. Benji looks real perplexed over this.
I don't care about any of this. I was trying to figure out if there was some tax benefit in some way to having such a huge depreciable asset.
Yeah, having fleet the cars.
Not if you buy everything cash like Floyd Mayweather does.
Well, maybe it's just, it's got to be something to hide money.
I could see if you're buying them under your corporate name, under the business name, and you take write-offs for them, but a little it's overkill after a point. And also certain cars you can't write off that much. Like that whole story. You can write off like a F-150. That's why everybody drives them, because of the weight. The weight of the vehicle decides how much you can write off, and you can write off a lot more if it's a heavy vehicle. That's why everybody drives F-150s, because you can write off like 70% of it.
I never knew that.
Yeah, look it up. Yeah, look it up. You can literally almost pay yourself back from this if you buy it under your business name.
Under your limited liability company.
Yeah,
you can write it all based on the weight. It's not just the price of the car.
No, it's the weight of the vehicle.
Again, we are not tax advisors.
Yes, we are not.
Consult your tax people.
That's what I'm saying. Look it up. But yeah, I mean, you can buy a heavy duty truck, man. You can write that joint off when it weighs a certain amount of pounds. I don't know the pounds. But yeah, that's an old story. Hey, enough of that dumbness, man. Let's hop into some sports. Olympics is going on. It's this sad time of year when basketball is over Football hasn't started yet, and all you got is baseball. And we ain't talking about baseball. So even though the Washington Nationals just traded away their best pitcher and their best infielder today, you know what? Whatever. I'm not going to a baseball game this year anyway. So I'll check them out in like 3 years when they get their team back together. So forget that. And by the way, they went to the Dodgers. So Max Scherzer and Trey Turner went to the Dodgers. Like the Dodgers needed more help.
Somebody said this at work to me today. Both Washington teams traded to LA teams to win a championship.
Yeah. They did. So the Dodgers are probably going to win the World Series this year, and the Lakers are in a running now to win one with the Russell trade. And we'll get into that. Let's hop on the Olympics first. Biggest story, of course, of the Olympics is Simone Biles withdrawing from the team competitions and currently withdrawing from the individual competitions. There's still a chance she could still compete if she got things together because she qualified for all the individual events. What do you guys take on the Simone Biles withdrawal?
And go ahead. I'll let you go.
I got this long diatribe in my head about the Olympics, but as far as her particular thing goes, it seems to me that they were having trouble explaining her illness and they were coming out with all these stupid reasons. But apparently she has some, what they call it, twisties or something in her ear that's not right, that's involved with all the tumbling you do. So it throws off your equilibrium and you don't have control
basically
of your physical body while you're doing these jumps.
Basically vertigo.
Yeah, vertigo or some form of that. So, that to me is perfectly reasonable. There's no point in her trying to hurt herself. She has gold medals, and apparently her teammates are really good because the Sun Lee lady stepped right up and
shout out to her.
Won the all-around gold for the gymnastics. So I think the team got a silver. So I think people are just making. I'm glad that she feels like she's getting support. So there's been plenty of times where Black people gone to the Olympics and don't get support. So yeah, that's my take on that. I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to think of it at first. But one of the first thoughts I was like, well, if she has a mental issue, if she has any mental issue, I hope that in Tokyo, which is nowhere near her home, I hope she's able to get whatever treatment she needs to get so she can compete, because she is the GOAT of gymnastics. I wanted her to compete. I wanted to see it. But I seen an article today from Yahoo written by Meredith Cash, basically saying that she takes ADHD medicine, which is illegal in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's on that medication, to me, that's a direct explanation of why she couldn't perform.
Exactly. Yeah, I think
if she's
if
she's on that medication and she's dependent on that medication, there's no way that she's going to be able to perform. There's no way. And when they were describing what she was going through, I was like, okay, she had an anxiety attack. There isn't a reason why she had an anxiety attack. Mm-hmm. And now this story's coming out. It's all making sense to me now.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I guess also she probably didn't feel the need to put all her business in the street when she withdrew. And I'm not mad at her for that. But as the story evolves and more comes out, I'm like, after I saw that story, I read that too. I'm like, oh, well, that explains it. She's been on this medication for a long time. She came out with that back in 2016 publicly and explained that, hey, she's been on this since she was a preteen. And if you suddenly get off of that, I'm sure it did not help her situation. So if that's a piece of it, then it's part of not just mental health, but physical health too, as well.
Correct.
So if you go to Japan,
mm-hmm.
you can't bring in your ADHD meds?
Banned. It's law.
It's illegal. It's an illegal substance.
The only thing close you could take there is Adderall, but they don't prescribe Adderall for ADHD there. They don't believe in it. So, and if you get caught with it, you know how they are. You can go to jail for drugs in Japan. Any kind of drug that they deem illegal, that's mandatory jail time. So she was not allowed to bring that medication with her on this trip. That changes the whole story.
That any criticism that I've seen needs to be taken back and recanted. It's no way you can expect somebody to perform at a high level when they've been on this medication for so long, and then all of a sudden, no.
Yeah, and then you throw in, and that's probably why she was getting the twisties. I mean, basically, it's spatial. You lose where you're at. You don't know if you're up or down when you're mid flip, and that's not a good place to be. I mean, if you don't know where you're at while you're in the air, it's like dunking, and you know what? You're not quite certain how long you're gonna hang on that rim, or you mistime it. It's similar to that, and you're gonna bust your ass. So, if that's the case, the ADHD medication, I'm sure this has played a role in it. And like Tyrone said, for all these cats who came out at her hard, like, oh, she gave up, oh, she didn't represent, she didn't fight through it. Y'all need to take all that. You should have took it back. You shouldn't have said it in the first place. Now you need to just take it back and leave the goat alone.
I'll say I wanted to say one thing for critics, and I know probably won't see it, but the people that do watch this show, for somebody that goes through their own mental battles and struggles, it's not funny. It's not a joke. I've seen a lot of jokes on social media about mental issues. It's a day-to-day struggle, and people need to take it more serious. It's not funny. There's nothing funny about it. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Exactly.
Black people shouldn't go to the Olympics any damn way. Okay, we shouldn't go. We all stay home.
God. Why shouldn't Black people go to the Olympics?
Because we shouldn't go. Why? Why do we care? Why do we care about these damn Olympics and representing these terrible people? Because if any of us do anything wrong, we get dragged as soon as it happens. And I'm like, the only reason anybody cares, except for the swim team, and even then, there's more sisters on the swim team than I've ever seen before. The only reason anybody cares is because these brothers and sisters are out there killing it. And especially Black women for the last 3 or 4 Olympics, it seems, maybe since FloJo, it seems that the attraction of the female track and field, gymnastics, it's just off the roof to me. The athletes are by far the best, and still, disrespected.
But what do you want them to do? If you're a track star, the Olympics if you're a track star, that's the highest level competition, the Olympics. What do you want them to do?
Exactly. They're going to miss out on endorsements. They're going to miss out on material deals. They're going to miss out on a lot of stuff.
I mean, I don't know. Do a pin relays. I don't know.
Pin relays don't pay nothing, man.
The time is the time.
They make decent money there, but
the time is the time. If you're the world record holder and you race in place B instead of place A, then people are going to go to place B.
No, they're not.
Everybody just goes to Jamaica every year and runs their track and field sprints. Then fine, that's where they'll go, because that's where
I
don't agree with that.
I hate to say this, man. I've never been to a track event. Never.
You never ran track?
I've ran track. I'm saying I've never gone out and went to a track meet to watch it.
I've been to the pin relays.
Yeah, exactly. I get that.
It's in Philly.
Yeah, it's in Philly. Yeah, I've been by it. I've seen it happening. I mean, I've watched, I think maybe I watched one track event when I was in college, but it's not like it's a draw, except for during the Olympics.
But it should be, because that 4x100 race, I watch that no matter. If it's on, I'm watching.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to watch it on TV, but I'm not physically going to go to a track meet.
I mean, I don't know where to physically go to a really good track meet. I'm not going to the high school meet or anything.
Well, you got the pin relays, you got the U.S. Nationals. I mean, there are plenty of events.
Yeah, there's plenty of college events that I watch on TV. I mean,
yeah.
So yeah, but I'm talking about everybody, the basketball team, everybody. just stay home. Watch.
You just think they're being mistreated. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they don't deserve it. That's all I say. And watch the Olympic the documentary the sister did a couple years ago called Olympic Pride or something like that.
Okay.
And Olympic Pride, American Prejudice is what it's called.
While we're on it, go ahead.
And it just goes into the history of the 1936 um, Olympics. You know, Jesse Owens against Adolf
Jesse Owens
Hitler,
Olympics. Yeah.
everybody. Um,
That was important for everybody.
It was important, but then you start thinking about James Taylor was actually the first person to win the Olympics for a black person back in 1908. I didn't know that Jackie Robinson's brother, Mac Robinson, won the silver medal in the 100.
Yep.
And there were 17 other people on that Olympic team other than Jesse Owens. All you ever heard was him. You really know that there were 18 other people there. So it's just a long history, and it didn't get invited back to the White House until Obama was there. So the disrespect is just long, and it's ridiculous.
Wow, so that's some history to check out. All right.
Hey, I told you that Sha'Carri Richardson wasn't going to lose any money. Every time I watch the Olympics, she's on commercials.
What commercial is she in now?
She was on the Beats commercial. She was on 2 Nike commercials during the finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not losing anything.
Well, I'm happy she's still getting her endorsements. I'm sure they were done deals before the Olympics even started. So
and she's doing something with Kanye and fashion now.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's interesting. So yeah, I mean, shout out to her. Glad that she still had her endorsement deals rolling. Because honestly, if she's going to stay a top tier athlete, you need the money to train. You need the money to stay relevant. You need the money to keep working at it so she can get back to the Olympics next time around. So, best of luck to her on that. All right. Simone Biles, best of luck to her. If she decides to compete in individuals, great. If not, we're not mad at you. You're the GOAT. You're the best to ever do it. And we wish you the best of luck in whatever you decide to do. She's going to have a huge platform when the Olympics are over and she's back home. So happy for her, and happy for, wishing her success and everything else she does. Hey, let's jump into NBA, man. There was a draft last night. I couldn't make it through the whole draft. I ain't even gonna lie. That sucker was long. And, at a certain point, you don't know who any of the players are anyway. So, the top 3, they've talked to them to death, about them to death. Did y'all have any outtakes from the draft that y'all think was important? I'll just say I thought Jalen Green should have been the number 1 pick. That's just my personal preference. But, Houston needed him, and he's a good fit. So I'm sure he'll blow up there. The other pick I like was the guy from Florida State, the point guard, being picked early, and picked a spot ahead by Toronto. I thought that was a cool pick. I don't know what that means for Pascal Siakam. So we'll see what happens there. But those were my 2 favorite picks of the night.
I had 2 takeaways from this. I think 2 of the first 7 picks were from the G League.
Yeah.
I think people are going to start picking from the G League more. And I noticed that the kid from Baylor, Mitchell, the guard,
Davion,
went to Sacramento.
Yeah, didn't get that pick.
Which I didn't understand unless they're willing to trade De'Aaron Fox.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
So that's the 2 takeaways. Other than that, half these people we don't know, and they probably will take 4 years to develop anyway.
Yeah, I don't know why Sacramento is stockpiling 1 and 2 guards. I don't really get that. And they still got Buddy Hield, and they still got Harrison Barnes. They got plenty of front court help. I don't know. Backcourt help. I don't know what's going on there with them. They must going to move somebody. We thought Buddy Hield was going to the Lakers, and we'll jump into that, but that didn't happen. So Sacramento has a lot of capital and players to trade away. So we'll see what they do. What do you think, Ben?
I don't know. Wizards maybe got a power forward slash center in that Isaiah Todd kid after some wrangling. I don't know. Not like I said, I don't know any of these people. Hopefully everybody stays healthy, take their COVID vaccine, and makes it to the season.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, Summer League, man, literally kicks off in September.
Hopefully nobody.
So actually, it kicks off earlier now. I think it's August, right?
Yeah,
Summer
I
League.
think Summer League kicks out like next week.
Yeah, it's August. August is next week. So
Mm.
Summer League is here. The NBA season will be back in towards the end of September. So we will be back to a regular sports calendar of NBA and NFL happening.
I think it's like October the 16th
Yep.
or something.
Yep,
Yeah.
happening at the same time. So I'm looking forward to that. The biggest news of the night really wasn't the draft because we kind of knew who was going 1, 2, 3. It was the trade. The Los Angeles Lakers sent Montrezl Harrell, KCP, and Kyle Kuzma, ever-changing hair color, to the Washington Wizards for Russell Westbrook. What do we think this trade is going to do for the Lake Show?
Hey, we reported this on June 12th.
We did.
Reported this June 12th episode. I don't know. We told you Russ was going to the Lakers. We told you.
That was our take. And you know what? It happened.
It
happened, man.
This is stupid.
You don't like the Russ trade, man? What's up?
This is bad for business, man. Howard, none of them can shoot. Okay,
We know
three,
this.
You got 3 guys in your starting lineup that shoot 30-ish% from the 3-point line. So you got no outside shooting. 2 of the guys are super ball dominant.
What's the difference between this and Miami?
Miami? What do you mean?
When LeBron was in Miami, what's the difference? They didn't have any 3-point shooting. They had 2 ball dominant guys. What's the difference?
Okay, so you had a younger LeBron who was more effective at pushing it and going to the hole and being aggressive, but you also had a very savvy Dwayne Wade who could pitch in ably, being a spot up, pull up shooter, drives when he needed to, hit that short corner 3 from time to time. He could score in a number of ways, and he didn't impede what LeBron was doing. You know
Don't you think the Lakers are just more talented now by having Russ, regardless of the skill sets? Aren't they just a better team?
No.
Because you look at when they
No,
went
they
during
didn't
the
get bigger.
playoffs.
What makes you better is they didn't get bigger.
No, I get that.
See, Ben, you're gonna piss me off. They didn't get bigger, but you love James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant in Brooklyn. You loved them all year. So they didn't get bigger.
But they have
what? The Dribble Brothers? What do they have?
They had size if they needed it.
Where? Their biggest player was Kevin Durant.
Dude, they sat on the bench that they didn't play.
What good are you if you don't play?
You talking about DeAndre?
Yeah, DeAndre. They had DeAndre.
Hey,
and they went.
They actually did. The Nets actually did draft a big man last night, so good for them.
But
they drafted a big man.
So, yeah. So I'm.
So hold on. I'm about. One of your points was Dwayne Wade's corner 3, which is blasphemous. You realize this dude shot 26%, 25%, and 28% while LeBron was there from 3, right?
Wow, he shot that bad?
Yeah, I just looked it up.
Say that percentage
again. What's that in the playoffs?
LeBron got there in what, 2011, 2012 year?
Yeah, what's the playoffs?
Okay, 26% regular season, 25% the following season, and 28%. So where is this corner 3 coming from? What are you talking about?
That's pedestrian, bro.
You can strike.
And then the playoffs, In the playoffs, 2011, 26%. 2012, 29%. 2013, 25%.
Okay, so
He
that's
can't
fine.
shoot either. He
Fine.
he can't
Dwayne
shoot.
Wade. Brody is not Dwayne Wade.
Brody has never played for anybody that's going to hold him accountable like LeBron's about to.
I don't care. Brody's not Dwayne Wade.
Hey, let me give you my take, y'all, real quick. I think it's a good move. I think it increases your talent level. But two, I think LeBron realizes what stage of his career he's in. And I'm thinking that Russ is going to benefit them in the regular season, allowing LeBron to take a break when he needs to. Because the beauty of Brody is he can rip and run. He can pull the rebound. He can run a one-man fast break. And LeBron ain't got to do it. And LeBron can take some plays off. That's how I see this. I think they're both going to have to share the ball more. They both can't sit there and pound it. I think they'll work that out. And I think in the end, it will get them through the regular season. They can go out and get shooters. There's plenty of shooters that are going to be available. There's a lot of free agents this year. So if they can go out and pick up 2 or 3 veterans who can shoot the ball, I think they'll be just fine. I'm still worried about the age. I'm still worried about injuries.
And the narrative that Russ cannot play out the ball is so played out.
I think he can.
When he was in Houston, he played without the ball. James Harden had the ball. That's a fact.
He did. His production did go down.
And no, Russ averaged 27, 7, and 7.
Yeah, but it was.
What are we talking about? And he had his highest field goal percentage. He had his highest field goal percentage that he ever shot.
I'm a big Russ fan. You know that, man. I'm just thinking it looked different. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. It looked different than versus what he did with Washington. Washington reminded me of OKC Russ.
Well,
Houston sucked. Russ was a little bit more laid back Russ.
Washington sucked.
And he had to do it.
With him and AD running a pick and roll or pick and pop, they're going to be just fine.
I'd like to see them run the pick and roll together. If they can make that happen, where their main play is a pick and roll between AD and Russ, I'll take that. I'm cool with that.
5th place, nothing better.
Place at what?
He said 5th place.
5th place at what? In the West?
In the West? Bruh. So you saying Sacramento gonna have a better record than the Lake Show?
Golden State.
Oh, you gonna name them?
Golden State.
Portland.
You know who they got last night? Nobody. They took a flyer on 3 guys last night.
The Suns, Utah.
Okay. Might as well throw Denver in there.
And Denver. So 6
place. Where's your wife at? I need her to pour out whatever you drinking in that cup.
He went to Merlot tonight, I see. I think that's what got you all messed up.
That is a strong drink. Whatever you drinking.
All that is wine. This is Prosecco or something.
Unless he got some Percocet in there like Future.
Man, I don't know what you got. That's so sad. You know, Prosecco wine. I'm like, that's pretty strong, but wine ain't that strong, bro.
Dude, we're finally going to get a LeBron, Kevin Durant series in the finals.
Are you willing to call that now?
With even teams.
You saying that you calling it?
Brooklyn Lakers finals we're going to see who's the king.
I'm a mark it 7:30, 2021, 8:03 p.m. on this tape. We're going to come back to this next year when the finals roll around and see if this prediction comes true. I'm not willing to go there yet. I got to see how the rest of the offseason plays.
Giannis going to repeat. What y'all going to do?
Giannis better pick up some help because
Giannis better get some help.
Because it looks like Forbes is going to be out of town. We don't know about Portis yet. You know, they're going to lose a lot of these cats. You know, once you get that ring, you get paid. So they're going to have to do some work in the offseason. Let's see who they pick up. Hey, you know what? I didn't see Giannis's younger brother. Did he get drafted?
When the one in high school?
He was eligible for the draft this year, right?
Nah, he's only in like 11th grade.
Oh, he got one more year?
Yeah, he's
okay. I thought he was in the draft this year.
He's going to be a beast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he looks like he's going to get the benefit of that youngest brother thing. So we'll see how he makes out. All right, man. So Laker trade, either you loved it or you didn't. I can see pros and cons from both sides. Best of luck to Russ, though, man. I'm sure he's happy to be back on the West Coast. That's where he's from, UCLA. Hopefully he does well out there.
What are the Wizards
Hey,
going to do?
to me, the Wizards got a team.
They
They
got
got
more
a
talent.
better.
They definitely got more talent.
They got a better team they had last year.
Man,
Now, the question
gonna
is
last.
Brad, man. What is Brad going to do?
Brad, every report from Woj, from Stephen A, every report I read, Brad's not leaving. He's interested in signing the Super Max with the Wizards. He doesn't want to pick up his family and move.
It comes down to money, and I'm not mad at him.
200. Look, I ain't mad at 225 mil.
Not mad at him.
I'll play for anybody. I don't care.
Exactly. Team is better, I think, Ben. I think the Wizards have a better squad now. They filled some holes. Montrez can go in there and do his thing. Kuzma will probably average 16 a game on the Wizards. He's going to get the shots. Yeah. The only thing I don't like is that, hopefully they mesh with Rui Hachimura so his game can keep going up. And they still need a big man. They really don't have a solid center. They'll probably trade Gafford at some point.
They need a point guard, man.
Yeah, they do. They still got Ish, right?
Yeah, but he a energy guy. He not a
Ish and the other guy who's too short. What's his name? I forget his name. They're both good players, but they're not starting point guards. So they're going to need a new PG. And, as we know, Brad, he's still not the best handle. You can't run him at the point all full time either. So let's see what they do. But you know what? They got better than me. And they got a draft pick out of it. They got 2 draft picks out of it. Ben is over there smirking like a mug, man. You just not happy today, dude.
I got nothing to say.
You had a rough day. You acting like Joe Budden, man. You just
next day you're gonna be complaining about how much you not getting paid.
You gonna try to get your own podcast on us?
Exactly. What you trying to do today, man?
You trying to fire us?
Trying to fire us and shit today. I get it. All right. Hey, let's jump into it. That's pretty much it. The NBA Olympics, man. Olympic basketball, they're still 1-1. I mean, this time change is killing us. It's hard to see a game.
Dude, I tried to stay up against Nigeria, right?
Bruh, it ain't happening.
I seen about all of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And the game was watching me.
Yeah, you got to DVR these things, man. We got to DVR them. But, who do they play next? What's next on the schedule? Is France?
Yeah, I think it's France again.
Because they start pool play now. And that's a tough match.
Oh, breaking news.
All right.
Lakers are trying to fill out their roster, of course, with league minimum players. Rudy Gay and Carmelo Anthony are at the top of that list. And Carmelo wants to go play with his boy.
I've heard the Carmelo. We'll see if it happens.
Carmelo's a better fit.
He is a good fit, and he adds shooting. I really would like to see DeMar DeRozan make the trip over to Lakerland.
Rudy Gay is still a good ball player.
Oh, he's still a great ball player. He's a good bench player.
I would like to see him with Milwaukee.
He would fit nice in Milwaukee. He could back up Giannis and give Giannis a break.
And he could do some ball. He could do some ball handling.
What if DeRozan ends up in Milwaukee?
Nah, that's really his choice, right? He wants to win a ring.
Yeah, DeRozan wanted to go to LA.
Yeah, he wanted to go to LA, I think, though.
But he said he would take a pay cut to go to LA, but they got Westbrook now, so that's not going to happen.
So DeMar really has 3 teams: the Nets to look at, the Bucks, and the Lakers. Maybe the Suns.
I got a sleeper pick.
Who?
That DeRozan can go to that can help. That can
Miami?
Challenge. If Jamal Murray come back healthy, DeMar DeRozan with Denver is tough. Especially if they keep Aaron Gordon.
That's the if.
That's tough.
And Porter Jr. That's a tough team.
That's
pretty tough. That's pretty nice.
I think that's a team that he'll fit right in, and they can challenge something. If Jamal Murray comes back right, they can challenge some people.
Because I've heard that what's his name in Denver is done. The backup, Paul Millsap. I think he's out of there.
Yeah, but Joker got this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like he gets to play anyway because Joker plays 40 minutes a night. But so they're going to lose some veteran leadership there.
But if you're going into the season with a start lineup of Murray, DeRozan, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Joker.
Wow, that's a nice squad. Hey, another domino. There's a lot of dominoes to fall for it. I mean, you got Kyle Lowry still out there. Brad, okay, whatever. He wants to stay in Washington, so be it. I mean, but there's still some good quality players out there. Dennis Schroeder hasn't signed his deal yet with the Lake Show. I mean, there's players out there. So I'm curious to see where all this ends, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Don't be surprised if Dame is in Boston with Tatum.
And see, you still got the Dame chip. I mean, Dame to me is going to decide what happens in these races. But see, if he goes to the Celtics, I still don't see them beating the Nets. Is he going to push them over the Nets? No, not by himself.
No,
it's
not
interesting.
Not by himself.
Yeah,
not by himself. No.
I'm waiting on Philly to make some moves. I ain't
seen
nothing
happen
yet.
Philly ain't gonna do nothing. This is the problem Philly got. Nobody wants Ben Simmons.
Yeah,
I knew that was going to happen. Tobias is the guy you're going to have to trade. You're going to have to trade Tobias.
Is that helping you to trade Tobias?
How's that help? Trading your second best.
Well, because it helps because your $36 million man only averages 21 points a game.
I get it. I would have said that a year ago.
In my opinion, the window is closed for Philly. It's a wrap.
That was a short window.
Start the process. No, it's not. It's been 5 years. It's over. It's a wrap.
Tobias has been there, 2 years? This is his third year coming up.
Third year.
That's how I looked at their window. So when they had Butler and Tobias together, I looked at it. That was their window starting right there.
When Kawhi hit that shot, that was their window. It was a wrap.
That was their chance. That was their best chance, probably.
It's a wrap.
That was their best chance. I give you that. That was their best chance.
Nobody with basketball sense. And I'm not an NBA GM. I never even played high school basketball. But nobody in their right mind would trade a 6'10" guy that won't even dunk the ball when he's wide open for your star. It's not going to happen.
He's a good fit for the right team.
He's a good fit for what team?
He's 6'10" and won't dunk.
He'd be a good fit for the Wizards.
No, he wouldn't. He's not going to help anybody.
He'll help you win regular season games. I'm not done with this cat yet. I think he's still has a chance.
If he goes to the Warriors, he'll help the Warriors.
That's what I'm saying. The right team.
But they got to have Clay. They got to have Steph. And they got to have Draymond. So he could just be him. He ain't got to worry about score. He could be him.
Yeah, I heard something the other day. They were like, send Simmons to Golden State and bring Draymond off the bench, turning Draymond into Andre Iguodala. I'm like, not really a bad idea because they play the same position and they do the same thing.
But the Warriors declined our offer. We wanted Wiggins.
You wanted too much.
We wanted Wiggins, Wiseman, and 2 first-round picks, and they were like, hell no.
That's why I think Philly isn't serious, man, because they're making these outrageous offers. They want back 2 first-rounders, and I'm just like, no one's giving you that for this cat right now.
Because they want a Harden-like deal.
This is what they got to do. They're going to have to just keep Simmons and Harris, and Simmons is going to have to raise his stock value, and maybe you trade him at the All-Star break.
If they were smart, this is how I can tell they're stupid. If they were smart, the GM would go to the owner and say, look, we got to pay a luxury tax. If we want to win, do you want to win a championship? If he says yes, we have to pay the luxury tax. You trade Ben Simmons for CJ McCullough because Portland is willing to give up CJ McCullough for Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
You talk to Kyle Lowry and say, sign for this $28 million. You're going to be over the cap, but you pay the luxury tax. Just like Golden State, the Lakers, every winning championship team pays luxury tax. So you go into a season with Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, CJ McCollum, and Kyle Lowry. That's your team. Then that's the best you're going to get. Anything better than that is just wishful thinking.
I know Duncan Robinson's a free agent. What if you go pick him off Miami?
He's going to want $30 million a year, man.
You said go over the luxury tax.
I say pay him off.
I say go get him, man. Come on, let's ride.
Pay him off.
That's a pretty good play, man. You should be a GM or something.
Yeah, that should be play GM money right there. You need to send that up to one of these current GMs and see if they can make that deal happen. We need to go talk to the Wizards GM because they need some help.
I don't think Robinson is leaving Miami if he could help it.
I I don't think he wants
Well,
to
I
either,
say this:
but
if they pull off that sign and trade with Brandon Ingram, he's gone
yeah, true.
because they want
Oh, that's
Brandon
true.
Ingram. Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, they'll take Ingram over Duncan any day. I wouldn't mind seeing Duncan on New Orleans. I think he'd be a good fit for them. So that would be kind of nice. If you send Tyler Hero and Duncan to New Orleans, I think that's a nice set of players around Zion
I think Brandon Ingram can benefit from that Pat Riley
system
system. I think he'd benefit.
and the toughness of it and the regiment of it. It makes you either you're gonna survive or you're gonna fail.
Yep.
When you play for Miami, you can see some people last there, some people don't, and and they usually are out the league.
Another
just, you know,
another big free agent is Dinwiddie. Where is he going to go?
yeah, exactly. There's so many dominoes.
It's a lot of big free agents. A lot of big free
Man,
agents.
I forget about him.
Yeah. Hey, moving on real quick. Some quick NFL notes. Aaron Rodgers reported to camp like we knew he would. He fought a hard bargain and he's there at least one more season. Hey, best of luck to him. Let's see what happens. Number two.
What did he get out of any of this?
He
Just
got
the ability to ask for a trade next year?
job is all I see.
They reworked it. No, they reworked his deal so he can just leave, and they're not able to franchise tag him.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
basically.
I was like, what in the world?
Basically, he's a rental for 1 year.
Okay.
He can leave next year and go do his Tom Brady thing, basically.
And bold prediction: he's going to Washington.
Don't say that, man.
Tell you he's going to Washington. San Fran has their quarterback. A lot of teams already have their quarterback.
Their quarterback can sit in there 2 years if you can get Aaron Rodgers.
He's going to Washington.
They're
going to give him every dime they have in the salary cap.
Of course they would. I just don't see him doing all of this to end up with the Washington football team.
Why? Washington has a very up and coming team.
Their defense is going to be good. We know that from Rivera, but
they have speed on the outside. They have Curtis Samuel and Terry McCarthy.
They got good receivers. Finally, I get it.
They have a running back
on the field, man. I got to see it.
They have a building offensive line. They're all right, man.
All right, one injury note. Carson Wentz, man, is out indefinitely. He'll be seeking a second opinion from the Dr. Anderson, I believe, the foot leg specialist. Wow.
Philly bad luck. We need him to play 75% of the game so we can get his first round pick.
Yeah, there's more at stake in that than just them playing well. I mean, Phillies lose a pick over this. So wow. And they got a backup who hasn't played. So we'll see what the Colts did. They invested a lot in him, man. I don't know if it's gonna pan out. That guy just had a string of bad luck with injuries, man. I don't get it.
Is he taking care of his body? That's what I wonder.
It's a foot injury, so who knows? It's probably fluky.
Yeah, but if you're not running all summer and doing anything all summer, you try to get out there and
I
don't know. I mean, he is 239 pounds or 240 pounds.
But he's a big dude. Yeah, he's a big dude. Hey, what we got here, man? Ben, you got any closing words for us, man? We're gonna wrap it up.
Is that it?
Put your mask on. Put your mask on, niggas.
Oh yeah. Can everybody just put your dang mask on? Can you all just go get the shot? All you dummies, all you concerned, well-meaning, civic-minded patriots out there, go get your shot. Take your vaccine. It's not gonna hurt you. No magnet in it. It's not tracking you anywhere. It's tracking you through your phone. Okay? Just get the shot so everybody else can be okay. Stop
it. With that, this has been the No Culture for Old Men podcast. Don't forget to follow or like us on Instagram or YouTube. We appreciate you following us and make sure to pass us along. Hey, welcome to the No Culture for Old Men podcast. It's the hot take. Lamar Jackson, Tyrone.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Wait, what did he
This dummy, for one, okay, he is potentially about to get the 10-9 year $400 million, like Patrick Mahomes, right?
Yeah, the life-changing money.
Yeah, for one, he's playing. He's running routes on concrete with kids, risking injury for
Right,
one.
what was that?
And
I
then,
didn't see that.
yeah, it was a video of him running routes of juking this kid, and he's laughing at. I'm like, do you know you were almost $400 million?
Wow. Didn't see that.
The second thing, he has COVID for the second time. Dude, don't mess up your money. What is wrong with you people? Like,
How is he
400
keep
mil?
catching COVID?
I don't know.
I don't get these people who've had COVID twice now. I'm like, you need to change your habits, man. I'm concerned about these people.
It's bad enough you can't throw. Now you're risking your money.
Hey, so this is something I didn't know, but Tatum, he had the COVID,
Yeah,
right? And now he needs an inhaler before he goes to play.
because it scarred his
Yeah,
lungs.
It
he messed up his lungs. Yeah, basically gave him asthma, basically.
So even really healthy people, right,
Yeah,
can think they're going to be money, but something could happen to you. You don't know what the effect of this thing is going to be. And
Yeah.
I mean, you're just rolling the dice, man, and there's no reason to.
Well, in the early medical studies, and and they're taking pictures of I'm talking about young people under 35. It apparently affects younger people more severely if they get a bad case of it for long-term effects. It's simply the fact of you're young and you're strong. And diseases, that's what they do. They take down the young and the strong, and it attacks you harder because you're young and strong. So these younger people who have had COVID are coming up with lung issues. They're coming up with heart issues. They're coming up with bronchial issues. They're coming up and even cognitive issues are coming up in some of these folks. So protect yourself.
So basically, you're saying I shouldn't go to this week 1 game in Atlanta with the Eagles and the Falcons.
I say you go, you wear a mask, you wear a face shield, and some glasses.
So I look like Ghostbusters in that joint.
If you could wear a hazmat hat, wear that joint in the stadium, bro. Maybe just run a helmet. Why don't you wear a Philadelphia Eagles football helmet and put some plastic around it?
Right,
and wear that joint.
on that joint. You just be good.
Yeah. And wear a poncho too.
That means I can stay my black ass home. That's what that means.
You done bought tickets now. You might as well go.
And them tickets was $300 a piece. I'm going.
That's what I'm saying. You might as well go. Hey, you know what? That's an outdoor stadium, right? They open the roof, right?
Well, they open the roof on nice days, but it's
a night game or a day game.
1 o'clock game, opening week.
Oh, they'll have the roof open.
Man, it's Atlanta.
And the ATL, baby.
Atlanta's been open the whole time.
Nah, but you see, they went back to mask mandate yesterday.
I'd be more concerned about the bar scene than the game.
And I already got a bar picked out. I got my outfit picked out for the bar in Atlanta. Man, I'm in ATL, baby, strip clubs.
Bro, you better be outdoor eventing it. That's all I'm telling you.
Outdoor strip clubs?
They got drive-through strip clubs in Atlanta.
Yeah, you better hit the drive-through.
Oh, shit. I'm hitting one of them. Something. Hey, you only get the ATL so many times.
Exactly. So have fun in ATL. This has been the No Culture for Old Men Hot Take.
Oh, we can